We will learn today chapter 5 verbs. Okay. So, as you know, the verbs are words indicating action or state of being in a sentence. A sentence remains incomplete without the presence of the finite verb in it. So, what is the definition of the verb? Verbs are words indicating action or state of being in a sentence. So, it is an action word. A verb is the important part in the sentence. When you make a sentence, the verb takes place an important part. Without the verb, the sentence is incomplete. So, the verb takes an important part in a sentence. It is an action word or state of being in a sentence. So, when I teach you the verb, let's also discuss about what is the object, the direct object and the indirect object and what is complement. Okay. So, direct object is a noun or a pronoun that directly receives the action of the verb in a sentence. Direct object. When you write a sentence, we ask you sometime to say the direct or indirect object in a sentence. So, how can you find out or what is a direct object? So, direct object is a noun or a pronoun that directly receives the action of the verb in a sentence. Now, what is an indirect object? Okay, what's an indirect object? An indirect object precedes the direct object. It tells us who the verb directly affects and who is receiving the direct object. Let me tell you once again what is an indirect object. An indirect object precedes the direct object in a sentence and it tells us who the verb directly affects and who is receiving the direct object. And the next one, what is a complementary sentence? Complement. What is a complement? Complement is a word or words that complete the meaning of a sentence. What is a complement? Complement is a word or words that complete the meaning of the sentence. So now let us look at some examples which I have written on the board. The first one is Sarvani gave me a bag. What is Sarvani here? It's the subject here. What is the verb here? Gave is the verb and me is the indirect object and a bag is the direct object. Okay, so the sentence is a transitive sentence. A sentence is a transitive sentence. Why it is a transitive sentence? What is the reason why it is a transitive sentence? What's the definition of a transitive sentence? A verb need an object to complete the sentence is called a transitive sentence. Okay, when you write a sentence, you just ask a question, what or whom to the subject and it gives me the answer. If there is an answer when you get, it is an transitive sentence. So I asked a question to here the Sarvani, what she got? Or she got a bag. Okay. So we can say that we get an answer. The answer is a direct object, a bag. So in the sentence, if there is an object to complete the sentence, it is called a transitive sentence. Okay. So simultaneously we can learn both. What's an object or what's an direct object or what's an indirect object and also what is a transitive sentence also. In the same book it is written here what is a transitive word, what is an intransitive word. So in the first sentence when we take, we ask a question to what or who to the subject here, we get an a bag. So the answer is the direct object. So here we have verb, direct object and the indirect object also in a sentence, and the sentence is complete, and this is a transitive sentence. Okay children. Now the next sentence. Diksha loves flowers. What Diksha loves? We got an answer, no? She loves flowers. Okay. So it is the sentence is a transitive or intransitive. It's also a transitive sentence. Why it is a transitive sentence? What's the reason? We ask the question what or whom to the subject. We get an answer to the question. Here the subject is Diksha, loves. It's a verb here, and flowers is a direct object. I asked the question to Disha. What did she get? She got flowers. So it is a transitive verb. The first and second sentence is a transitive sentence, and it is also having one sentence is having direct and indirect object. The second sentence is having only the direct object, but the sentence is complete. Okay children. Now we can take the third example. The phone rang. The phone rang. When we ask the question, we don't get any answer to the questions. What or who? Okay. So is there any direct or indirect object? No, there is no direct and indirect object. So the sentence is a intransitive sentence. So how can we find out that is an intransitive sentence? What's the definition of the intransitive sentence? A verb that do not require an object to complete their meaning is called a intransitive sentence. So intransitive sentence do not require an object to complete the sentence. It itself can stand alone, isn't it? So a verb do not require an object to complete their meaning is called a intransitive sentence. So when we look at the third sentence, the phone rang, we go. The sentence is complete, no? Without the direct object or indirect object, the sentence is complete. Okay. So it is the sentence is a transitive or intransitive sentence. It is an intransitive sentence. Okay. Now the last one. The tiger is the national animal of India. The tiger is the national animal of India. The tiger, subject is here, verb is here, and the national animal of India. What it is? The national animal of India in the sentence, what it is? It is a complementary word. It's a complementary words we can say. Okay, so complementary. What is a complementary? I have told you in the beginning of the class. What's a complementary? A complement is a word or words that complete the meaning of the sentence. So this complement completes the meaning of the sentence, isn't it? The tiger is the sentence is complete? No, the sentence is not complete. Something is left behind, isn't it? So what is that? The national animal of India, let's say a group of words, is a complement, and it gives the completion of the sentence. You understood the difference of the four sentences here. And from these sentences, you can understand what is the object, direct object, indirect object, what is a complement, and what is a transitive sentence, what is an intransitive sentence. Okay, with its examples, when we look at this sentence, you can make out very clearly. I hope you understood what is an object, what is an indirect object, what is a transitive verb, what is an intransitive verb. Okay, children. So let us take the page number 43. In that it is written, the verb. We can see the different type of verb here. The different type of verb here. Verbs are divided into, the first of all it is divided into two types, that is transitive verb and intransitive verb. Again the transitive verb is divided into verb of direct object and verb of indirect object. And the intransitive verb is divided into verb of action and a verb of being. What is the verb of action? Do you know what is the verb of action? The verb of action, that is the express the action. Verb of action, express the action. That means express the physical activities such as walk, run, jump, talk, write. These all are the physical activities, the verb of action, acting words. Okay, so the name itself we can understand. What's the action? Verb of action means it expresses the action. Many action words are there. You know many action words that are stand, run, jump, dance. All these are action under comes with the verb of action. And what is the verb of being? Verb of being is is, are, was, were. All these considered as the verb of being. Okay. So in page number 44, verb of being such as is, are, do not provide information about an action, but inform us about the state of being of a noun. So these are the verb of being. When I ask you to tell what is the verb of action or verb of being, now you know, no? What is the verb of action? Express the physical activities. That is verb of action. Verb of being are do not provide the information such as is, are, was, were. All these comes under the verb of being. Okay, so here given the two exercises. You can do by yourself on page number 44 and page number 45. Okay, children, you will be completing these two exercises in the textbook with a pencil neatly and understanding the rules and the definition of the verb and its type. Thank you, students, for listening.